Hey, how's it going, everyone? How you guys doing tonight, today, wherever you're from in this beautiful world? Alright, so I am doing a water test.
Water test in my new system.
I did have to redo my wire because it was too
You
short.
aren't getting to the HLT from the panel.
So I had to redo some plugs there.
We're going to turn on the HLT, so hopefully we don't have like a short circuit or something like that.
Hopefully we don't have like a short circuit or something like that. Hey, short circuit.
Turn on the, I'm going to turn this on. Oh. Something done happened.
Something done happened.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, fuck.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Bomb has been planted.
Hey, how's it going, everyone? How you guys doing tonight, today, wherever you're from in this beautiful world? Yeah, man, we're doing a water test today. Yesterday, last night went terrible for me. I popped the GFI because water got into the wire chamber where the wires are and stuff on the element, and it just went poop, went off. Yeah. So, as you can see, we got my camera at the moment, my other camera on the HLT water. I wanted to show you the boil just to make sure everything's good. Check it out. Now you can see that it is boiling. Soon you'll see the bubbles start to come up. It's already starting to rise. Yep, I can hear it. It's going. Yeah, that's what I like to see. Wonderful. Let's turn it off. Okay, now that I know everything's working, I can't use the other one because I don't have water in the boiler yet. We'll test that when I get there. I did put some Teflon tape on both of the threadings of the things that screw into the element that screws into the casing. Alright, so we got 14 gallons of water in there. 14 gallons. It has a little marker thing so you don't have to have a sight glass on the side. Kind of cool. First I want to say cheers.
Right on.
Finally getting a water test. I'm waiting on ingredients to come to me hopefully next week from Northern Brewer. Taking their time a little bit, but that's alright. I try not to be too impatient, but cool. So what I have right here is, you can see I have the tube here is coming from, or this one, coming from the bottom of the HLT, or the bottom valve, the out valve that goes into the inlet of the pump. A tsunami pump is what, I think that's what it's called. Blickman's pumps, whatever. So I got the main Blickman valve open, which is this right here. Everything else is closed at the moment. I'll open those up. That will come up, go through here, and it'll feed water. I'll put about 4 gallons into the mash tun. 4 or 5 gallons. So we're gonna go ahead and feed water. We're gonna open the valves. I'm gonna turn the pump on. First I have to prime the pump. I gotta get that going. So we're gonna open these up. Okay. Stop. We're good there. Let's go ahead and turn this on. Didn't have to do any priming. It was perfect. Filling up from underneath. So you can see filling up quite well, quite fast. The pump is very fucking quiet. So I really like that. Right? Very cool. It's totally filling up the way it should. This is what I would do when I would put my mash in water and hit that at 154, 152, 151, somewhere in that range, 150 to 155, 3-ish, depending on the recipe you're doing, the style of beer you're brewing, whatever. So we'll fill that up, then we'll put grain in there, right? We're already almost at 4 gallons. Since I'm gonna do like a play around thing, so it's gonna be like I have it in there. This will be set to 150. Let's say 152 for mash in temps, or 154. We'll go a couple degrees over. Let's go to 7. We'll go to 7. And so once that's done, once it gets to 7, it's really quick. Very nice pumps. We'll get that up, and you can see how it's. See the markers on the side there? It's kind of cool. This is just my sparging tube. So we'll stop right there. Let's go to 8. Let's go to 8. Let's stop right there. That's good. Alright, so we'll close this off. Close that off. Well, I'll close that one off yet. Let's we want to mash in, excuse me, for an hour. So now we're gonna go from this one to that one. Oh my God. It's probably a good idea to close that. This is why I have a drain. And then we're gonna go in here. So we'll go we'll go from here, recirculate in, and then go here. And then we'll get a little tiny one, and that goes from here to here. Right? You got me? Cheers again. I didn't show you what I did I? Look at. So now we switched off. We went from this. Now the HLT is we're doing our mash in, going into the inlet from the outlet of the mash tun to the inlet of the pump, out into the recirculating coil. And then a tube that goes up and over into the tube that I have here. And that'll lay over the top. For mashing, you can open it straight up. Just let it go. So when you're sparging is when you want to slow, kind of a drip, a good long 60-minute drip. All right, so now I'm gonna open that. Good thing to close that valve on the pump so you don't get water going everywhere like I just had right now. That's okay, I got a drain, it's all good. You don't want to lose any water though either. Maybe calculate your water loss in your recipe. But, alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to open this. Then we're going to open this. Okay. And then we're going to open this. And then we're going to start our pump again. And we're going to spar. And we're going to mash in and do our mash in. And that's basically going to pull it through the coil. Forgot to open it, sorry. There we go. And what's cool about this is that I've got a sight glass where I can see the color as it's flowing out, as it's coming out of the top. I've also got a manual temperature as well as the temperature over there digitally. And so we'll keep this going forever. Yeah, so you can hear the trickling, you can see it. Basically what it's doing is it's just flowing over the top. It'll be over the top of the grain or whatever. And you'll do this for a good hour until you get conversion. You'll keep this at 152, 4, whatever. 154 is what we said. And then when fly sparging comes, you want to bring it up to your strike water temp. So you'll bring it up to like 172 or whatever the heck it is, based on what you're brewing, of course. But it doesn't fill, it just goes through and recirculates. That's all it does. It just recirculates. It does that forever and ever and ever, right? Stays at 7.5 gallons, right? So now we're going to close off the pump. Close everything off. Close that off as well. That way I don't have water going nutty nut. And now what we're gonna do, now's the sparging time. So now we're going to the second pump. We're gonna go here to there, to the inlet. Okay, pump's closed, so I don't have to worry about anything going nuts. So that's gonna come out from the HLT, it's gonna come out from the mash tun into the inlet of the pump. And then this is going to let's see. So now we're going to, let's see, yeah, so now what we want to do is go here to here. So we're coming out with the water, the HLT water is going into the pump and putting water through, and that'll sparge over the top very slowly as it's coming out slowly in the boiler. So what I need to also do here is get another tube. You can use this one, and we'll go into my whirlpool. Oops, wait. Now we're going from the mash tun. It'll go slowly through the pump, into the whirlpool arm, into this boiler. Right? Now I need to move everything over. So that's gonna fill up. The boiler's gonna fill up very slowly. Water's gonna recirculate through this for about another hour. And it's going to put water about an inch or so over the top of the bed and it'll come out as slow as it's coming out over here. So you kind of want like a trickle. You don't want like a crazy amount of stuff going on. A crazy flow is what I'm trying to say. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna open this. Oops. Thing's going crazy. You want to open that as well. So we got flow of water again going through. And then you want to open this, because that's going to come out. Then you want to open this. And you want to open this. And you want to open this. Okay. So that's open. Then what we'll do, I'm gonna turn it on kind of fast at first until everything goes through. Let's see. So just want a little bit of flow going through. Not even that much, like a little bit. And then over here, you want the same. So you want the same. Oh, hold on. Wrong one, sorry. Yeah. So it's trickling right now. Took a little while to kind of pump that through. Sorry, again, this is a water test. But you can see water's kind of slowly coming out over the top. Slowly coming out there off the whirlpool arm. Yeah. That's right. And you do this for about an hour, roughly. Depends on the flow. You're just trying to get everything out of the mash tun, all the juices, all the good stuff. I imagine it can take a lot less time, to be honest. It doesn't have to, I don't think, take an hour, I don't think. But we'll find out. I mean, you've already converted. You've already got your everything's turned into sugars. I'm real impressed with this system. I don't like the tsunami pumps squirting like that everywhere though. That fucking drives me crazy. But what I do like is these towels. They pick up water real quick. They got a little louder as you, the pumps get a little louder as you go slower with it because they're straining more. But it is filling up though. It's getting up to it's at almost at 6.5 gallons. Then you got water here too. It's coming out and it's like down to maybe 3-4 gallons or so. It's actually less than that, like a gallon left. As soon as that's done here, I can shut this off. And then we can just run this pump until this is done doing its thing. As long as all the water's out of there, you can just continue running it off. It's probably a little too fast. I'll have to figure out the pumps and stuff, but other than that, I mean, it's pretty much how it works. So on top like this. Over the top of the grain bed and just kind of put about an inch or so over the top of the grain as it's coming out over here. So I don't have any leaking. God, I hope there's no leaking. If there's anything on the other, that's for sure. Let's see. I don't think. Okay, so this is almost done. And oh yeah, this is good. So I'm going to turn this pump off. Let's see. And we'll keep running. This, which it's still filling in. Yeah, so we're still running water out of the mash tun into there, and we'll just continue the process until and you want to keep the same speed You just want it to kind of, because you want to get, you're trying to extract all the stuff out. The slower the better. Batch sparging's more quicker. It's like, it goes super quick. Where fly sparging's what we're doing here, where it takes a little longer in the process. I'm stoked right now. This works really well. And see, by the time you get everything filled here, like right now, let me, so we're good. We don't have any leaking, or it would have shut off. Just making sure it's working. So yeah, it's heating up right now. I'll let you see. So you can see the bubbles are coming up. That's when you would want to turn on the thing, on the element, and get it going. But I'm not going to do that today. Whoops. And yeah, so we're just filling it up, getting it going. It's a matter of understanding the system, though, that you have, you know. Once you get into it and understand how it all works, it's like anything. You get a new job, right? You have to learn it, and the first week sucks, first couple days, you know, and then you start to kind of feel it. So do this enough, and eventually we'll come back. I just don't want to get my electronics. That would suck. So we're at 0.4 amps, 244 volts. And the boil temp, well, right now it's at 67, but that's, you know, the only thing I got to work on is how to set the timer. I've got to figure that out, but it won't be hard. So we are almost done. There's no more water in here. Right? You can go ahead and set this one out. Set this out. I'm talking about my tubes down here. Good thing to have a drain. I like the drain. Kind of cool. Oh. Let me get a towel. A couple of them. That just went everywhere. Okay, so this is pretty much done. So we're gonna stop that, stop the pump, and close everything off. Right? And that's not good. Gotta remember to close everything off. Oh no! It's going into my thing here. Hey, my manual readout. So it looks like everything worked out pretty good. I'm kind of happy. So basically you would just boil your beer. You have it going, you know, you turn on your element, you get it going, and this is the fun part. This is where you add your hops and in your certain time frame, and yeah. And then when you're done boiling, you'll go into this, which I can do. Okay. So what I'll do is we'll go here. Actually, so you go through the chiller. You would hook on to that. Right? You'd go into the chiller from the boiler. I don't have a quick release on this. I could take the quick release off of the HLT and just do it that way. It's easier, but because you want to go through the pump and come out that way, right? And then you're coming out from the pump, right? And so you want a whirlpool, right? Say you want a whirlpool. So then what you'll do is you'll go from the boiler to the inlet of the pump, outlet to the whirlpool, and you'll just do that for about a half hour. So we'll do that for a little bit. Open everything up, open everything up, open everything up. And that would be normal speed. You gotta kind of pull the thing a little bit to kind of prime it. There we go. So now you can see that it is just whirlpooling. It's turning in a whirlpool kind of motion. See that? And that's where you can add additional hops for flavor, aromas. Do that for about 30 minutes at about 170 degrees-ish. We'll stop that and close everything. Close everything. Okay, so now what we're going to do is go into, so I want to take this one off of here. We'll put this quick connect, push connect on here. We'll get another quick connect because I don't have enough of them. They're very expensive, by the way. A lot of water drips in this fucking business. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll just hook up our quick connects. We'll go from this is already there. We'll move from the whirlpool arm down to the end of the chiller. Right? So I'll go through the pump out into the chiller, and then we'll have another one that will wrap up here and go to the fermentation tank. Here and put it on the fermentation tank. Alright. And then we'll put this on the fermentation tank. We'll open that up and fill it. After it's chilled, of course. We'll go ahead and stop there because I don't want to go through my chiller at will. I already did, so let's just do it. Fuck it. So we'll open this up. We'll keep that closed. Open this up. Open that up. And pump. Okay? And so, like, let me just show you this. I've got another sight glass down here where you can see the color of it coming through. That's basically, it's filling up. I would open the lid, but it's just a pain in the ass, but it is filling up. And it's taking the water down quite fast. Very cool process. It doesn't take too long. A good 4 hours, 3 to 4 hours, let's say. Got a lot of water to clean up. It is a water test. So, did all this in an hour. Yeah. And then what I'll do is I'll just basically, I'll probably hook up the bottom, I'll probably hook up the one that's on the bottom of my fermenter just to get the water out. I'll hook that up to the inlet of the pump. See, normally you would, if you're gonna chill, you would hook up this hose that I have, which is a quick disconnect hose. And the other end will spit all the hot water out into the drain as you're chilling, because you'll want to chill it down to about 72 degrees or whatever the temp is for the type of yeast you're using. Totally filling it though. Fucking cool. It's down to almost 4 gallons. Very quick pumps. Very happy. Couldn't be happier. So I would have that hose, the black hose I showed you, would go right there, and then there's an out right there that would go into the drain right there. You see the wet floor? I made a huge mess. It's okay though. It's okay. It's okay. I'll clean it later. So yeah, we're down to 5 liters, which is like half a gallon. It's going rather quick. We'll kind of get it all out. I want to get as much as I can out. Just trying to get every bit I can out before it starts screaming. Like that. Okay, let's get this back on there. And I could show you. I'll just show you. How about that? As you can see, it filled the fermentation tank up. Sweet, huh? So, that's that. I'll take care of the rest, but the water test went really good. Better than my other DIY system I made, which sucked. I like these way better. The pickup tube goes right to the bottom, right there, and it's very efficient. So, right on. I'm stoked. Cheers, Az. You guys have a good one. I'm out of here, but not after one more sip.